Hi, it's Amy and a really warm welcome to today's class where we will be focusing on tuning into our inner calm. In our class today, expect conscious breathing, slow movements and plenty of opportunities to pause and reconnect with yourself. This practice is less about how the poses look and more about how they feel. So listen to your body, move at your own pace and take any variations that you feel that you need today. When you are ready, I will meet you on the yoga mat. So starting in a nice comfortable seated position, crossing your legs and then bringing your hands just to rest on your knees, taking a nice deep breath in, drawing the shoulders right up and towards the ears. And as you exhale, draw the shoulders down and back and softly close your eyes. And start to bring your awareness to your breath. Just noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you inhale. And the softening of your shoulders as you exhale. Just really noticing the sensations of your breath and allowing it to anchor you into the present moment. Taking one last deep breath in, filling the lungs here. And as you exhale, open the eyes as we arrive here together in our yoga class today. With your next inhale, let's start to move. Let's bring the arms up and overhead, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the ground beside you and the right fingertips come up and overhead. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to switch sides. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale to lift. Exhale, left hand comes down, maybe bending into that elbow slightly, deepening the stretch. Inhale to lift. Exhale, right side, bending through the elbow. Let's inhale to return through center and exhale to bring those hands right back to your knees. Drawing circles with your chest now as we inhale to come forwards and exhale to round. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the circles in the opposite direction. And then slowly returning through center. Let's meet back in a nice neutral position. So from our seated position here, we're going to find our way onto all fours, coming into our first tabletop, bringing our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. Let's start with the tops of the feet on the mat here. Inhale, let's dip our belly low, lifting our chest and gaze forwards. It's cat-cow. Exhale, round, tucking the chin into the chest. Open through the shoulder blades. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Sending our hips right down to our heels. Let's stretch our arms out long. Child's pose. Just allowing everything to sink down towards the yoga mat. Lifting our chest, coming back into our tabletop. This time we're going to walk our hands away and melt our chest and heart down towards the ground. Puppy pose or melting heart pose. Lifting the chest, hands come back underneath the shoulders. Let's curl our toes under here. And with our next big inhale, send our hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal through the heels. And then walking our feet up towards our hands. Let's meet in a forward fold. Nice soft knees. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side. And then bringing our hands to rest on our thighs, round through the shoulders, roll all the way up to standing, meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose, lifting up through the crown of the head. Inhale to lift the arms up and overhead, gaze up to the thumb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Nice flat back here, extending through the crown of our head still. As we exhale, let's bring our hands to the ground and step our feet all the way back, coming into a high plank. Lowering to our knees, our chest, and then our chin. And then rolling our hips down. Tops of the feet meet the mat as we lift the chest, coming into a baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale to downward facing dog. Bringing our gaze to look up towards our hands. Let's step our feet back up to meet our hands, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale. Let's bring our hands just to rest on our heart center. Pressing our thumbs right into that space, our heart space. Feeling the pressure where our thumbs meet our sternum. Just taking a quiet moment here to maybe have a little check-in with ourselves today. How are we feeling? Let's really dig deep into that inner well of calm. Perhaps we've had quite a busy day, or we have a busy day ahead. Let's see if we can tap into that well of inner calm, inner peace, infusing our entire being with it, so that we can take that feeling with us throughout the rest of our day. Let's inhale once again to lift our arms up and overhead, gaze coming up to the thumbs, and exhale to come back into our forward fold. Let's step our feet all the way back into that high plank here, but this time let's guide our knees back to the ground. Tops of the feet meet the mat. Let's sink our hips down, child's pose. Walking our hands in towards our knees. Let's meet here in a kneeling position, just sat on our heels, finding length through the crown of our head. Allow the shoulders to drop down and away from the ears. Inhale to lift the arms back up and overhead. And exhale, release. Inhale to come back to our tabletop. And exhale to swoop the legs back, bringing our sit bones to the ground, releasing our feet back out in front of us. And meeting here in a seated position with our legs out in front, bringing our hands behind our thighs. Let's inhale, drawing belly towards the thighs, and exhale to round. Let's inhale that inner calm, and exhale to round through our spine as we let go of any doubt, fears, and worries. Inhale our inner peace and serenity. And exhale any remaining chaos we might be clinging on to. Inhale to return back to center. And exhale to cross your legs, finding that comfortable seat once again. Bringing your hands to rest on top of your knees, this time with your palms facing up. Taking that deep breath in, shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, closing the eyes as we allow the shoulders to sink and soften. Finding stillness. And just allowing that peace that we are carrying within us just to really infuse into each part of our body. And we can say the following affirmations. You can say these out loud or in your head, however you'd prefer. I am peaceful. I am worthy of calm and a life full of serenity. When you're ready, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. And I invite you now to take the deepest breath you've taken all day so far, in through the nose. And let everything go out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you at the next one.